impression I got, and this was a very beautiful feeling, is young people. And it's like, 'cause, I was a young filmmaker once a long time ago and had this spirit of discovery, the spirit of something new. And I felt that here. I felt like all these young people are just experiencing something that is very beautiful and very necessary, and as you get older, you get more jaded, and you get more. For me, I deal with studios, and you deal with things and politics and everything, and here you feel there's a spirit that, before all that happens, is very beautiful and it's very necessary. Well, it's crucial. I mean, that's why I grew up watching monster movies, and and I always love the idea of fables and fairy tales, because stories are important from the beginning of your life. I mean, it's where you learn about life, you learn about things through stories. So for me, and movies were that for me. I mean, I grew up watching monster movies, and they told me things about not just monsters, but they told me about real life and things. So I think that's why it's so beautiful that you have jurors starting very young, because that's life is new at this point, and and you're not, like I said, you're not jaded by things, you're not thinking about things, you're just reacting to things emotionally and more purely, and that's beautiful. Well, I mean, that's what I said. I grew up loving monster movies, and I found most monster movies, they're more human than human being. I mean, they're in monster movies, the monsters are more human than the actual human beings. So for me, being human is like being a monster. To me, they're kind of the same thing. I don't know. I mean, I always did things from my heart, and so things that meant something to me, and sometimes if it connects to somebody, it's always very beautiful. But you never know. I mean, so that's why it's so inspiring to be here. It's like you see people just starting and creating. And it's a beautiful time in life to do this, you know what I mean? And especially, like, I'm lucky that I didn't grow up during the age of social media, which I find it can be quite daunting and quite surreal and quite strange. And that's why something like this festival is so good, because it kind of tells people to just create and don't look at things. Don't look at things. Just create something from your heart. Well, I mean, that's why I loved it. When I first read it, I share her view about school, family, psychiatry, everything, and I love her strength. That's what for me, she's a character that I completely identified with, 100%. So that's why I'm very happy when people kind of respond to her, because it just shows you something about that kind of strength of character that all of us should kind of have. To the jurors of the Giffoni Film Festival, I met some of you, and I feel your passion. I feel your purity. And just keep that as you get older, or whatever, you're very young, just keep that spirit. It's very important as an artist to keep that feeling going on for your whole life.